Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are on air. Fina's not in the house. Fina's probably down to the house. It's raining out today, and I don't blame her. But today is the closing in of the headlights. You watched me yesterday graph these 37, 38 Ford headlight fixtures on top of the fenders of a 59 Volvo. Now I got them on there. I've checked them all over with down for measurement from there to there and all the stuff, and I've got them pretty well figured out. Also, I got playing around with them. When you're doing something like this, you have to look them over. If they look good, go for it. If they don't look good, you have to, take it off and check it. Anyways, as I was working on them, when I pushed them down, this was in closer here, and I was thinking I was trying to make patterns for it and all that sort of stuff, and then I thought, geez, I better try on the bezel to make sure if it fits right. And I did. I tried on the bezel. Now I got it fitting right. But when I first started making the patterns for this bad boy, this was not in place because it was stuck in here probably ½ inch. And when I put the bezel on, I had a ½ inch gap in between that bezel down the bottom there. So I had to make sure that I got both bezels out the same distance. I just got to cut a piece of round rod and stuck them in there and tried to put them out to the same distance. Now that I have them on there, you can see why, or I'm happy why I left all the outer surrounding area of that, because it gave it some rigidity, and when I pried that out, it did not bend it. If I would have just cut that flat piece off, pushed that down there, let it hang down there, I guess that would be different. But what I did is I left it all this shape on here, and it gave me a little bit of rigidity in the headlight shape itself. So when I pushed it out, it did not affect it. What I also think is I'm not going to try to weld some metal to this. This has got a shape to it, kicked out a little bit there, off a different fender, doing different things, what I'm going to do. So you can see it here, flicked out a little bit. I'm not going there. I'm going to bring my metal to around the headlight, around here. And then I feel like it'll be nicer to put the headlight bezel on. I can make it look nicer. And also trying to match up with that little flick there is not what I want to do. It's got a little flick going on down there. I might have to cut some of it off. Let's do this. Thanks for coming back, everybody. I really appreciate it. Let's do this. I got some patterns here. Now, it's just a matter of me sitting down like I always do and make patterns out of cardboard, Bristol board. Basically, I have it in shape. Now I want to make this fit the car. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to run it along with this shape, and I'll try to take it out to the end shape of the fender. Try to take up the whole front of the fender with this headlight. Then I have, no questions anywhere, I guess. It's on the front of the car. It's taking up the room of what's going on. So I got this one little pattern here. So I stuck that on there. And I'm thinking that's an easy piece for me to make by hand. That's what I'm thinking. That's a nice easy piece. It's coming down around with the fender. When I fill this off, it's just going to smooth it off there and come around to the edge. So there'll be nothing in there. I won't be looking for anything that's straight or crooked or anything. I'm just going to run that piece in there like so, and that'll be the start of it. Then I have this piece here, and I only ran it that far because it's got enough shape for me to bend with my hand. I'm thinking that I could do fine to put it in there. This is the next shape. You can see on this thing here, it's got a point to it, a widow's peak, and the fender down there is flat. Them two don't go together. Because a widow's peak and a flat piece do not go together. So what I thought I would do is I'd half it up where the widow's peak is and then butt another piece on. So this is what I did. So I put this piece on first, obviously. I got that piece going on there. Something like that. I mean, it's just paper for now. Then I have this piece here. And it comes down to where it's flat underneath the front of the fender. So I can weld it down there so no one can tell I put a piece on it. And then I've got this going on. So I can weld that all the way down the edge, just like the piece on the top, match up with it. I can weld it all the way along the bottom. And the special thing is, come over this side, sweetheart, if you will, please. And thank you, my darling. And I feel like that piece there can be bent by my hand. You can see how when I weld that on there, we got a nice little round going on there, going up to the peak of the headlight. And then I'm going to take this piece. This is this side piece. I have not got it completely finished yet, but I can take this piece. I can hold it flat on the fender with the other one. I can give it a little bit of roundness to match the piece coming around. So I've got this going on. So I'll have to butt weld that together there, butt weld that together there, and I'll bring this piece. I'm feeling like I can make this piece go all the way around. How am I going to do that now? Nope, let's do this. I haven't got this one made yet. And go like that. Take it down there. See, I haven't got it. And that's going to hit that. You can see how right now, like if I put that on there, this is what I'm talking about. See how that fits up there? Fits up nice. And then I can fill the fender up really nice coming on there because it comes along, it fills that area. There's nothing I'd have to do there. I think that piece right there, I just cut that off and then I can do this really nice all the way along the fender. But this piece right here, if you see I'm going to put this piece on, it doesn't allow my paper to come down. It's tight right there, it feels good, and it looks good. But right here, my paper's not down, and this is the area where it's tucked out there that I'm going to have to knock it off to get to this after I do a bit of this. You know what I'm saying? To keep the strength in it. So let's start with uno number one. And I just had to figure out a way to go around it. I don't want to, what can I say? I don't want to piece it all up and put a bunch of pieces in it. I'm just trying to make pieces I can actually make and bend with my hand and get them to go around there and have all the shape that I'm looking for. I got a straight shape down here. I got a shape up like this here, straight there. You know, I got a little shape in there and I got all the way around the front and over this way. So now there's quite a bit of shape there and I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible with those three pieces. If we can get it done, let's go for it. Got a new sheet of metal carried in this morning. I'm on, what, number 22 in the last, whew, that's a lot of metal. 18 gauge. This is what I'm doing. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Stepped on it, put it in it. This stuff right here, what I'm doing, there's no reason that somebody else can't do what I'm doing here, putting headlights on. It's just a matter of getting the eye and making sure that you're doing the right thing, I guess. I don't know, doing the right thing, but just making your patterns and trying to get them the best you can. Brand new sheet. Let's take this one. Now, don't get me wrong. We'll get this metal going here, but it did take me a little bit in my brain, not like a whole long time, but it did take me a little bit in my brain to figure out how I wanted to go about covering that. Basically, I just didn't come up this morning, looked at them, stripped them, and said this is what, you know, it took a little bit. I was going to make a piece down here at first, and going around this way didn't give me this flat piece, if you know what it didn't, like going this way didn't give me that. Going this way, give me that. So kind of I had to, you know, figure that out, how I was going to get the shape. And so this headlight, this door here, and that shape down there, and that shape there, and over there is dictating how I'm doing it. Probably got a very small piece to cut that out, but gotta start somewhere. Pretty hard to get up and cut in that shear, this big sheet of metal. So grinder's it. Now, this is the first piece of the puzzle. This is the first piece of the puzzle. As I put that on there, I didn't do no funny tricks. I just traced off ahead on paper. Let's try to make it fit. How did I have it fitting? Let's put this back on here. Let's figure it out. Oh, the round part. See, paper fits easy. It's when you start taking it to metals when you have the issue, I guess. Yep. going to bend it by hand, obviously. Ooh. See how it's nice there? Just keep bending her down around. Take a little bit out of it. I want to keep it a little bit away from the edge there. I want to keep it a little bit away. I want to keep it, I want to give myself a little bit of distance to see it's not straight there yet. Turn that down. Turn that up. Just kind of. Now, I also can manipulate it with, let's do that. No, I like that better, but. That's where I think I want to start, right there, when I come off that, and then I come around there and finish that off. That's what I think I want, right there. Let's do a little bit of, let's apply it on there, and then work it on there. Just trying to put some shape in it. Ooh, I like that. All right, let's tag it on. You didn't know when I was going to jump up, did you? Just like a jack in the box, you know, huh? Huh, baby? All right, let's see if we can get this bad boy stuck on there. We'll just stick it on there. We'll go all the way around, see how it feels and how it looks, all that sort of stuff. Nothing, not doing anything that nobody else couldn't do if they wanted to. Basically, what I want to do, I think, is I want to start right there at that point. The reason I want to start right there because that looks so good across there. It's a nice surface there for me to put. No, that's a better surface actually. Now I get to play with it and get it on there. That's what I'm going to do. I have to shape that a little bit better. See that? Got a little lift there, and a little lift there. I don't like it. Just going to take a little bit out of that. We'll just twist that a little bit, take some out of it. Gives me where I want to go. Nope, I want to drive that down there. Putting pressure on this, actually I'm kind of forcing it a little bit. Doesn't seem, I don't think it's going to hurt it any, but I want to take that out of my mouth so I can talk. Just want to, I get it there, and then I don't want it to. Stick it on there for now. Let's see what we got. That's not bad. It's got to go somewhere there. That's not bad. Don't mind that. Don't mind that. That's on there pretty nice, tight, round, all the way around there. Fits along that. That would feel nice to bring that down around. I'm just going to tack it, obviously, so I can cut it off at any point in time. That piece would come off very easy, and I've got it running basically where I want it running, down that edge. Let's get this piece rocking and rolling. You would think, as you're looking at this piece, or I'm looking at this piece, you would think that that fender was a straight line when you're making a pattern. Well, I'll tell you, that is far from a straight line. Like this, that is straight. And look at, see the crown in it? On the straight, you think that's straight, but that's not straight. It's got a crown to it. I want to match this piece up. Let's take these gloves off. Let's turn that welder off for a second. And anything can change at any point in time if you know old Chetty. Basically, I'm not sure if that needs to come up further or see that. I'm gonna leave that piece right there. I've got 1, 2, 3 tacks in it. If I have to change that, if I feel like I have to come up here higher, or not sure yet. Not sure yet. Just don't know. Just don't know yet. But I can take it off at any point in time. It's not going to stop me from doing this piece. This is a nice piece. I hope. Now we'll just put that on there. That's going to go down that edge of that fender, so I can weld it right on the edge. And the reason I want to go with the edge of the fender is because if I go here, then I got a bunch of holes and a bunch of filler to mess with to make it smooth up and look nice. If I go from that edge there to that edge there, where's the filler going to be? Basically, if I make a nice piece, like that seems like a pretty basic piece what I got going on here, but if I keep it on that edge, you have, just ask yourself, what? Let's put that underneath there, so hold it. Do we get enough? I think what I do is I tack that on that line first, bring it down, and then I can trim this back after. I can see that this is going to have to be trimmed back. Let's get the piece made and go from there, because I'd actually like to trim it. If it's too big, then let's do this. Take a little bit off, all the way. I'm going to cut it. What the hey? Better pattern I have, the better I... I'll have to grind it when I get it on there. How's that? Let's do a little better. We'll zip cut that, make 2 pieces out of it, so we can butt weld that together. A little better. A little bit off the top here. I had a coffee here in a bit, a little bit ago, you can tell. Baby went and got me a designer coffee. She's good like that, she is. Huh? Come in, get me a designer coffee. And what I mean by designer, it tastes good. It's not muddy water, it tastes good. Let's go with that. I'm not sure if I'm liking that first piece or not. Not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. See, that might have to go, instead of doing that, this might have to go up across the heat. I'm not sure yet. Don't know. Let's wipe this off and go for it. So I'm welding it right along the edge of the fender down here, which gives me no filler, and I weld it to the edge of the fender on that side, which cuts down on filler. Everything that I'm burying right now, I feel like I'm burying it because I'm going to build it right over top of the front fender. And the reason I'm going to, because I need that structural fender before I get this all built. Whether I cut it and butt it all on, whether I do that, or I leave it and put a curtain here so you can get into the headlight. I'm leaving all the fender the way it is because I want the strength of it. I would never cut away anything like that and then try to start making something. You want to use everything to your benefit when it comes to, I want to see if I get a smaller piece of metal for this. For strength, when you're building that stuff, don't cut anything away. That's why I'm not right yet. I probably will after a while, but not right this moment. So this is quite fun. Well, this is the most fun you can have, playing on an old car, like making decisions on what you want it to make it look like. I'm having fun with the headlights on it. I'm thinking that they're going to make it look like not a Volvo. That's what I'm thinking. I think we got things going on pretty good with it. It's got a good look to it, I think. Extending the fenders a little bit. It's got a good look. Joey got the white walls painted up on it. Gives it a good feel. The air ride in the back makes it look, whoa. The top makes it think like it should be there forever. But it's also a convertible. What did I forget to do? First piece. I can sand the outside piece, obviously. I have to grind that to get the weld off it, but let's face it, if I want to do something underneath of it, it'd be nice if it had been sanded. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I think it might have to come up further. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. This piece here shouldn't be anything like that one, to be honest with you, because it's actually just going to the place that it needs to be. Another good place you can go if you want to mess around with it. Roller or anything, but basically, like, I mean, it just needs a shape. I tie that around there. I find you can get away with two shapes. What I mean by straight and this way. Get away with two. Once you start doing three, then you become relying on other things other than your hands. Hammers, dollies, wheels. But I just want to just trying to go easy on it, right? Just going easy on it. Sometimes my easy is a little bit too much. See, look, it bent too much down. This piece right here is holding me out a little bit. I'm going to take that off. It's the only thing holding that. Let's do this. Put that underneath there. Put that down there. Let's get some clamps. Clamp her on, put her on. If I can keep playing with it, I can. And keep bending it. I want bend. Yeah. Getting closer now. Let's do that. Let's get it tacked on somewhere here and then start rolling her into place. She's in place. Seems to be. I should probably. I'm going to tack that right there just to hold it in place, I'm thinking. Gonna take a look down at it first, see if it's still in place. Hard to tell now, I got that piece on there. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because it's tacked there and there, so it's not going anywhere. Let's do it. Let's put this piece on. No, I want to go here first. Nothing I got up there isn't too important for. Let's do what I said the first time. Get a pair of clamps. A couple pair. I know it's going to be tight, so I might as well squeeze them in now instead of later. Yeah. Man, what I want to do is, I think I want to snap that on down there. Get this line going here, and then I can work my way over maybe. Just going to snap it over here in the fender. Don't want to go over that far. Stop it. Just holding it on there. See what we got. Let's do this. Try this, see what happens. I might have to take it off, I'm not sure. But I want to get this hooked on, that's what I want. I want to push it on. Fender's not, let's do it. Cut that with a zip cut after, we got two pieces there. Not hard to say, I guess. What happens when I do that? That moves a little bit. See that? Don't want to tack it there. See that right there? See, watch that move? Don't want to tack it there. It would limit my movement, I guess. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it untacked. I got it tacked in the center so both corners can actually move. Tacked in that corner so everything can move. Let's make it fit. Beautiful. That'll give me my nice seam down the fender. Down my fender. Give me a nice seam. I can cut that to make that fit. Now let's see if we can get this back over and around and done. Because I could do it with the paper. Ooh, I love it. Let's do that. What? This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to. I've got this shape going down now. That's nice. There's no need for anything going that way. Where I got that tack to this corner here, or straight off here. There's nothing needed going there. Everything's got a nice shape to it. You know, there's no need for any big tool to give me enough shape to make myself happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on, tack it at the bottom. Don't want to bend anything. Just want to tack it. Wrap a little bit. Nope, too much. Not enough. Just want to touch down the bottom and just hold it there. Just a little bit tighter. See that sweat fall? It's tight right there. See that? Nice and just no tight without bending it. You know what I'm trying to tell you. So just going to tack it. it not going nowhere. Now, let's do this. That's nice and straight all along, like, not saying nice and straight all along there, but I have to, obviously, there's gonna have to be cut there, and it's gonna be brought in, so basically, I'm gonna get a bolt in that right there. I'd like to have a bolt in there. There's no bolt in that right now. I'm gonna put one in it, so it gives me my feeling that it's lining up, or a pair of vice grips to do it. Squeeze it together. Just on the inside. Lip. Instead of me fighting with a bolt. There's more vice grips around cars around here than you shake stick. Now, what I got going on here, that's fitting nice. If you come take a look, that's fitting nice all the way along there. Really nice all the way around that edge. We've got a decent fit. Let's put that on tight. We've got a decent fit here. That's nice up the center. It's got a nice round shape going on there. Come take a look at that. It's got a nice round shape going on there. We got a nice straight going down there, but we got a nice one going that way. There would be nothing needed in that. That there can be zip cut and going together. Let's do this big one. I'm gonna maybe, I'm not sure. Let's do this. Let's do it. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing to this side. I don't want to butt weld that up to the middle. Gotta get the gloves off. Gloves are coming out. Mike Tyson fights tonight. I'll be watching with anticipation. Now, what I'm gonna do is, get that shape. Now, get that. I want to come up the side. I'm gonna leave that right there like that. Marker. I'm gonna line myself back up in the center again. Actually, I'm gonna pull myself over a little bit. Give myself a little bit. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I give myself some little bit? So I'm in the center. I'm hitting all the way over here. All right. So we're going here. Just hold that on there tight, that's all, so it don't slip. And the reason, should have went back more. Give myself a little bit more. Nope. I'm gonna go with this. And then I'm gonna do this. Make sure I get that in there, would you? Just pull it down some. Pull it down some, Hiltzy. It's not even right. I gotta put it back on here again. Gotta have enough. Gotta have enough. There we go. I think I got enough there. Nope. And right there would be. Yeah, that probably would help, yeah. Thank you, sweetie pie. Jolene saved the day. Grab yourself some magnets, Chad. For Pete's sake. Come on, come on. Silly of me to struggle for so long when I didn't have to. You know what I mean? Silly of me. Pull it down, I need that area, I need that down there for shape. I need that there for shape. Man, what's going on here? That up there. I'll use that. Doesn't work for me. Just piece isn't jabbing right this second. All right, I have to cut that off because it's not making me happy. Right there where it's not hitting. See how it's coming around here? I'm not getting my reed. That will down there will be. But I gotta get this off. Let's cut this off. And then I'll try it again. Watch yourself, sweetie pie. Just need that edge off right here. Then we'll get that pattern rock and rolling. Come on, Chetty, come on. Put that piece in there. Yeah, that one should go up further, I'm thinking. We'll leave some of it there for rigidity. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here. All right. I need that down there. So stay, please. That's the one we need right there. Stop it. Just come in a little bit further, it does. My marker. Throw that bad boy. What's that, spear? We'll cut it off. And we'll go from there. Here's scissors. Take that magnet off, Jed. Just a little too much on there. So I gotta cut that off probably really close there. Let's cut it again. Yeah. Stop it. Put it on again. How close are we? Let's do it. I'm not sure. What am I not sure about? I'm not sure about where I'm cutting it right there. I should cut it up here. That. Just because it matched up with that, that's all. Nothing other. And it will probably take up a little more filler. Just make this, I might as well make this shape nice. Give it a little bit of a, not straight, but give it a little bit of a curve to it, I guess. Seems basically all that needs to happen. I'm not say all that needs to happen, but yeah, what needs to happen is that I get a nice shape going on here that's really nice. Like if I put my hand on that, it's a nice shape. I go to fill that out. If I get it in too far or out too far, then I'm going to have a big, a bunch of filler going in when I don't want a bunch of filler. I'm trying to do the best job I can. Putting shape in it without using filler. And this is what we're doing. there somewhere like that. I'm thinking we can get that. We can run that piece down straight. We'll butt weld that. I can stand back and take a looky poo-poo at a second. I don't know. She's quite a different looking fender, that's for sure. It is, eh? What do you think? Let's transfer this to a piece of metal. Let's get her done. Go to that straight edge every time I do. Not that there's any need to, but I'll make that piece out of that piece. That's what I'll do. Need those magnets again. I moved that already. She put the jitters in that coffee cup. I know she did. You know what? I'll leave that high mark. I don't mind that high mark. Kind of gives it a nicer, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm feeling. Anything with a crown on it generally looks better than anything that's, well, you don't want nothing sunk in, that's for sure. You generally want a crown on it or something rocking and rolling. We're definitely going to have a different shape on these fenders. Let's do it again. Let's make a shape. Let's make a shape. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's do it. It's going to be turned down. You just want a slight shape. You want nothing with a kink in it. If you get a kink in it, fix it. Fix it. Yeah. All right, this car is going to help me make this shape here in a second. You know, what I mean by that is I'm going to use that fender, I'm going to tack this metal to it and pry it on and make it work and make the shape, make it hold what I want. And then we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Let's make a little more shape going on there. I need a bit of shape this way. shape that way. All right. Let's get some clamps rocking and rolling, see if we can't hold it on there. See if we can't make it look like something. Put it on there. All right, clamp it on, see what we got. And that sure does. .18 gauge is what I'm using. This is no feather duster stuff. Ha! Feather duster. Yeah, I'm just going to pry that on there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's use the car as a buck. Help me out a little bit. Help me out a little bit. Not doing a very good job on them pliers. To be honest with you. 1 minute out too far, 1 minute in too close. Come on! Let's come up some. All right, we're just gonna put it in. It's gonna get it. That's all it's gonna get. I'm gonna tighten it up, and I'm gonna get mad at it for a second. Just get mad at it for a second. Straighten that out in a second. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, we're there. We're getting her. This shape right here down the corner is the one that I have to get, and it's really quite something. It's quite something to get bending on your knee. I've got that tight there on the bottom of that fender. Looking good. It's looking good. It really is looking good. I think that has to come up a bunch more. And one or the other. Let's do that. Going to pry it close, not all the way. You have to come back over that way. You can see I'm starting to get the shape now. It's coming slowly. It's coming slowly. Cut off there. Different shape. I'm not sure. Not sure. Not sure. Right. Now I'm looking in here and seeing where it's tight on the fender. Like, do I have to come all the way around? So I'm looking at that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to knock that little head of that weld off there, because if I leave, there's a little head, just take a look at this for a second. There's a little head of a weld there. I want to keep that weld there, but I want to knock the head of it so I can put this piece of metal on top of it. If I leave that knocked out like that and I put this piece of metal on top of it, it's going to dent it. Also, you can see where I'm hitting that point right there. That's what's giving that quite a bit of shape right there. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to get this one pushed over on top of that one, so I can cut them together maybe. So let's take this off. We'll take it all back off. I'm going to take the zip cut, knock off that little tiny. Yeah. That knocked off. Let's put this back on. Put it on over top. There we go. Let's put this one back on the side. Holding it there for now. See what happens. That's really nice right there, actually. All right. See how that's fitting there? Really nice. Fitting down there, really nice. You can see where it's hitting there on that side. Can you see where it's hitting down there? When I fold that up, just kind of wondering what that's going to do to me. Is it going to affect me any? See where it's hitting? Right in there. Like I could cut that off, take it off, and trim it off again. And I can leave that tight down the bottom. Looking good, looking good. Looking real good. I don't want to do that. I can beat that in a little bit there. Let's do this. Let's just tack it on and see what we got. Thanks, sweetheart. Let's tack it on. See what we got. Push bar. I'm going to do this with the helmet off. And the reason I'm going to do it with the helmet off, because I feel like I'll be up and down, I'd be off and on too many times and just drive me crazy. Drive me crazy. She's tight there. Let's see what happens when we push that in. Does it make a dent in the metal? I don't want that. Don't want a dent in the metal. Let's do this. Just untack it there. Just to hold it and see what it does to it. Got it kind of beat out there a little bit, doesn't it? I say it's got to come off. It's making a dent there, and I don't like it. Making a dent, I don't like it. Look out. That's tack down on that, and it's right on my piece. You know what I mean? Right on my bar there that's hitting. So, let's do this. What? No, let's do this. We'll cut it off later. Just put that on there. I could have done this before, but make sure it stays, that's all I want while I'm working on it. It's good. Cut that out of there. What's that? Thank you, sweet pie. We get this third piece put on. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's cut that off. When I flip this fender over and I weld this fender on here and I got all this stuff on here and I weld that all the way around there, all the way around, like if I weld it all the way around there on the top, when I lift it over, if I want to cut anything off or move anything, I know exactly where to cut, basically. And I'm not willing to cut anything off yet. Like I said, this is, what can I say? I want to keep all the rigidity I can right now. Do it again. Put a little dent in that, it did. Let's straighten it out. If you're doing metal work, you should have use a body hammer, not a hammer that you pound nails with. And the reason being is it leaves divots. And what I mean by divots, when you look at your wood, when you hit it with a hammer, it leaves marks. Let's get this up where we need it. Get it where we need it. Let's do this. Pretty close there. Looks good. Let's do this. Fits perfectly in their center. Okay, we're back in order, I guess, of what? What are we back in order of? Putting the piece on. Nope, that didn't work. Not at all. Let's try it. Let's get it going here. Alrighty, let's do it. I'm going to, oh, it's good across there, good across the bottom. Lots of meat on there. That looks good and straight. I'm just going to tack that a couple more times. So it stays. We're two and we're in place. Let's get this going down. Nope, I want to cut that. Get a good. I'll make a mark first so I know exactly where to cut it. I just want to start. I don't want to start over top there. I want to start with that. All right. Good, let's do that. Let's cut that off. This is the good stuff. Basically, doing this just shows, what's it show? This is the good stuff. It shows all the reels on making something like this actually work, you know? I'm gonna get a couple more grips on that because I feel like I'm gonna bring that right around, make that fit tight and right. Make me happy. Not gonna get up that far, I guess. Beautiful. You are, Jolene. You're absolutely gorgeous. Huh? She is, too. Absolutely gorgeous. What's that, sweetheart?
That piece of metal that you cut off just fell down there.
Fell down in there? Yeah, we can get that bad boy later. He's not staying in there. All right, what I'm going to do is, man, that looks good. I'm going to go with it. Right here, boom. Now, that's right, looks good. Beautiful. I'm going to go with it because it looks so good. It's tight. It's tight. Just squeezing down beside the weld, making sure that's down tight before I clamp this sucker on. And how it goes. Tight and right is where we want it. And the only reason we want it tight, because when it comes time to put filler on it, you're not off the metal, it just takes more filler off it. Yep, it's knocking it on. Ooh. Ooh, yay. Just turning my head, closing my eyes, and saying, weld please, nicely. Got it nice and tight ahead. Not messing around one bit. It's nice and tight. Now, where I've got that, it's got a little bit of distance in between there. Gotta be careful. I don't want to dent the metal. Tight is right. All right. As far as I'm going to work that, I'm going to work this backwards. I think. Turn it on the point here where it's tight and right. Get it right on the. Hope you got enough strength there. Hold that tight and right. Just going to push that down slowly. Didn't have it tight and right. Had it tight and right, but didn't have it welded on good enough, I guess. Bet you held on that time. Let's just tap that with a hammer for a second. No, got a little boing to it. Let's push it on. Tighten right in this corner. Ah! All right. Yeah, see, that's a nice, this is what I'm looking for. Just so you know. What am I looking for? Looking for that little level right there. This is what I'm looking for. So when I go like that, come take a look. See, when I got nothing that's low, like it's all going, a little skim on that, and we're good. Like that's what I want. Like that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm afraid on that piece there I'm not going to have. Yeah, let's tack this in place. I'm going to run a zip cut through that. We're going to have to cut this off as we go and then tack it on because it's not performing in the way I want to. But weld that together down there. That's hard on the fender down, very hard on the fender. Let's cut this off. Ouch, my knee. Sure that's back. You want to turn that bad boy on there, sweetie pie? What? Let's do it. We're right on that edge. And let's tack it on. And it's stuck tight. Tight as it's going to get. Let's make the rest of it fit. Gotta be careful on that when you push that sort of stuff. So it dents very easy. Stay down. Now, on something like that, see that I got that piece of metal overlapped on top of that? I would weld the metal, this 18 gauge on top. I weld this metal first, and I burn it and I lay it on this metal here, which gives me more weld on this side, so when I go to feather it off, it can look nice. That's all I do it for. Now, let's get this tidied up in here. I want to cut this bad boy off. I want to get that in there tight. Let's get this tight. Let's take this piece. Come on. But you know I'm on a time schedule here. Let's do it. Hoping I'm not prying anything out of shape too much. Close my eyes and hit it. Looks pretty good there. Did I move that, did I? Cut a little bit more off that. Let's zip cut this. That will end up getting messed up too, I'm sure. Have to cut that one off, probably no doubt in my mind. Get this one wrapped around here. Nope, don't want to do that. Now, I got some I want to cut off. It's too big. Yeah, I did it. Let's let it off a little bit. Don't have to need that much strength, I guess. Well, I do, but I didn't want to. Just taking a little bit of metal away from something, and then hard to believe how much. Yeah. Weld my thumb on there. Nope, gonna hit it right here. It's tight. And this is just to hold it. It's in the way when it comes time to deal with it. And then that's when I deal with it. Hammer. Let's put this back together. Let's put that up. I'm sorry I like doing that, but I did. Now, one time to do it, one time, I gotta do it twice. Right? One time's good. I guess twice just lets you know if you are good. Huh? Can't only do it once, you gotta do it twice. Yeah, that's nice. Beautiful. Now, it's got a nice shape there. Nice. Nice! Now I just have to it's actually really tight at the bottom of the fender right at the present moment. I'm actually going to tack that. I'll have to cut through that so I can butt weld that. And on this side, I'm going to come down around here for a second. I'm going to put a round shape on that, and the reason being is I think it will look nicer when it's welded. Tap that in so it's tight and right. The fender behind it holds it really nice so it does not warp or anything, and when you go to weld it up, it's nice to, I like to anyways, start on the metal and then you can run it down on, run it over on that metal. Tight there. Now we just got to work it all the way along the bottom. We got to weld that down there and cut that off down there because it's got lots you can see, and then weld it right on that edge and we'll have a nice tight right fender. I got to get up and take a look at this bad boy. Not sure what it is for time, but it is what it is. That piece on the top, I'm not liking a whole bunch because I feel like this piece should come take a look for a sec. Please and thank you. I feel like, see this piece here coming up like that? I feel like that piece should come up here like that also on this piece. That's just me. It's only tacked on with three pieces of weld. It's tight all the way down there by itself, so that can be welded up. It's got a nice peak going on here, but I got a peak going on here at the front, so that gives me a nice looking shape down there. I'm going to put a lens on it, see if I bent it at all, but I can't tell with that on there. Anyways, where am I off? Yes, we're held off the metal on this side a little bit, but we're good. We're good. Be what it be, won't it, baby? All right, everybody, thanks a lot for coming back. I really appreciate it. That took a while. That was a struggle. That was a true life struggle. I'm going to replace that one. Don't like that one. But that's just a pattern. Add some more to it. Yeah. It can be done many different ways. To be honest with you, with this butt welded together here like that, that almost could be a nice round surface there. If I want to just play with a little bit, that'd be a nice round surface there coming down instead of having a little bit. I got a little bit of peak going on there. And that's just a matter of cutting it and tapping it in. But we've got a headlight coming off the fender. I'll look at it later. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for coming back. Mike Tyson fights tonight. Go, Mike. Give it to him. I'll be watching. Have a great day. Come back tomorrow. We'll probably be doing the exact same thing, figuring out these headlights, figuring out the grill. Over and out.